Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, the internet's most unlikely romance. WTF, a global pop icon and a former Canadian Prime Minister. If you've been online lately, you've probably seen the headlines, the screenshots, and the comments spiraling out of control. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, two people from completely different worlds, suddenly being mentioned in the same sentence. Not for politics or music, but for a rumored romance no one saw coming. Before we go any further, let's be clear. Nothing here is officially confirmed by either party. What we're breaking down today is the internet explosion, the timeline, and why so many people are convinced something real might be happening behind the scenes. Because whether this is coincidence, clever misdirection, or something more, the story itself is fascinating. Let's rewind. In July 2025, both Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau were independently reported to be in Montreal around the same time. On its own, that wouldn't mean anything. Montreal is a major cultural hub. Artists tour, politicians travel. But then came the overlap. Fans noticed that Katy posted a late-night Instagram story from what appeared to be a private terrace overlooking Old Montreal. Hours later, Trudeau was photographed attending a low-key charity event just blocks away, not unusual, until online users began matching background details from the two locations. Same lighting, same skyline angle, same evening. At first, it felt like classic internet overreach, but then more breadcrumbs appeared. Over the next few weeks, both went unusually quiet on social media. Katy, known for frequent engagement, slowed down dramatically. Trudeau's online presence became noticeably more curated. No explanations, no announcements, just silence. And silence is where speculation grows. Then came the paparazzi photos, blurry, distant, and unverified, but enough to set the internet on fire. Two figures resembling Katy and Trudeau walking separately into a private restaurant minutes apart. Same night. Same location. Same exit time, still not proof, but enough to raise eyebrows. What really escalated things was what fans started calling the soft launch. Katy posted a carousel photo weeks later featuring abstract shots, candles, wine glasses, city lights, and one image that stood out. A reflection in a dark window showing a tall figure beside her. No face, no tag, but fans did what fans do best. They analyzed posture, build, height, and suddenly the comments exploded. Tell me that's not Trudeau. No way this is random. Why does this feel intentional? Then came Justin Trudeau's post. A simple photo, neutral caption, but the timing aligned perfectly with Katy's. Same weekend, same city again, different accounts, same energy. Coincidence? Possibly. But the pattern is what keeps people talking. Now here's where things get really interesting. Sources claimed, and again, this is unverified, that the two were introduced through mutual connections tied to global humanitarian work and media initiatives. That part actually makes sense. Katy has long been involved in international advocacy. Trudeau, post office, has remained active in global forums and nonprofit spaces. Their worlds may not be as far apart as they seem. And that's what makes this rumor stick. Because unlike many celebrity gossip stories, this one doesn't rely on chaos or scandal. It relies on compatibility in values, leadership, influence, global reach. Still, the lifestyle differences are massive. Katy Perry is a pop culture machine. Tour, studios, fashion, constant exposure. Justin Trudeau comes from diplomacy, policy, and controlled optics, which raises the big question. How would something like this stay hidden? The answer might be simple. Separate worlds, private locations. No shared public appearances, no tagging, no confirmation, and just enough ambiguity to keep everything deniable. That's also why the alleged hard launch, if it ever happens, would be a massive moment. Fans are split. Some love the idea. They see it as refreshing, unexpected. A break from predictable celebrity pairings. Others are skeptical. They believe the internet is connecting dots that don't exist. That this is coincidence amplified by algorithms hungry for chaos. And then there's the third group, the ones watching closely, waiting for one clear signal. A shared appearance. A tagged photo, a public acknowledgement. So far, none has happened. And that's important, because the absence of confirmation keeps this story alive. Whether this turns out to be a genuine private relationship, a misunderstood overlap of timelines, or just the internet doing what it does best, one thing is certain. The fact that millions of people can't stop talking about it says a lot about how celebrity culture works in 2025. We don't just consume information anymore. We investigate it. We analyze patterns. We create narratives. Sometimes those narratives become reality. Sometimes they collapse overnight. Until either Katy Perry or Justin Trudeau speaks directly, this remains speculation, intriguing, unexpected, and very online. But if this does turn out to be real, it would go down as one of the most surprising celebrity political crossovers of the decade. Pop icon, global figure, two worlds colliding, and the internet already decided it's watching every move. What makes this rumor linger isn't just the names involved, it's the timing. Both Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau are at transitional moments in their lives. Katy has spoken openly in recent years about redefining success beyond charts and tour, focusing more on purpose, balance, and personal fulfillment. Trudeau, meanwhile, has stepped back from the constant pressure of leadership, entering a phase where his public role is quieter, more selective, and less defined by daily politics. For many observers, that overlap feels meaningful. It creates space for private conversations, for connections outside public expectation, and for relationships that don't need to be explained immediately. And in an era where celebrity relationships are often monetized, announced, and dissected within hours, the idea of something intentionally unannounced feels almost radical. That's why fans continue to analyze every detail. Not because confirmation exists, but because restraint does. Silence has become the story. And whether this rumor eventually proves true or fades away, it highlights something important about modern fame. Privacy now reads as mystery, and mystery fuels belief. Until either Katy Perry or Justin Trudeau addresses the speculation directly, the narrative will remain suspended, balanced between coincidence and possibility. And sometimes, that space between knowing and not knowing is exactly where the internet lives.